the corner. Hasenkamp, another long pass, and it finds Pippa. Down to Malcolm. Malcolm working down low. He goes to the bucket, and he'll get the pair. The points in the paint have been key for Malcolm so far, as he has 13 on the night. The outside shooting and really mid-range shooting, all sorts of shooting, not working for the Grizzlies so far. Here's Reyes. Reyes with the long two, no good. Graham picks up the rebound, brings the other way with speed, but the Grizzlies will settle down into the half-court offense. Now it's Graham down to Pippa. Pippa works it inside to Malcolm. Malcolm over to Graham. Graham finds Hasenkamp. Hasenkamp looks to shoot, decides not to. Here's Malcolm. Malcolm back over to Shibley. Shibley gets it. Walker Shibley with his first points since the first quarter, and he has 6 on the night. Here's Orozco working down low on Hasenkamp. Now the Grizzlies only trail by 16 as they found some way to try to almost come back in this one. Now Shibley's the rebound. So far the Grizzlies started this with a 5-0 run to start this quarter. Here's Hasenkamp, can't get it to go, but Pippa gets the rebound. And he brings it back out. The Grizzlies are finding a way back in, but it's 6:12 remaining. Time is an issue for the Grizzlies as they try to come back. Malcolm now makes the move inside. Malcolm gets it to go. Colin Malcolm with 15 to lead all the Grizzlies score, and they only trail by 14, 6 minutes remaining as the Grizzlies attempt a comeback. Now 7-0 the run to start the quarter for the Grizzlies. Here's Reyes. Reyes down low, and he ends the Grizzly run with a pair. Now Reyes has 10 on the night. Now the third Crater player in double digits is the Grizzlies trail by 16, 35-51, 5:40 the time. Here's Graham, pressured, but it's Pippa. Now high to Shibley. Shibley shakes it off and sends it across to Hasenkamp. Here's Hasenkamp now up high to Shibley. Shibley to Pippa. Now it's over the top to Graham. He keeps it and sends it back high to Shibley. 5:20 remaining. There has to be some sense of urgency with the Grizzlies as they trail by 16 with less than 6 to go. Here's Graham. He loses the ball. It's picked up by Shibley. Now to Hasenkamp. Hasenkamp for 3. No good. Rebound by Malams. Now, and the Crater will send the other way. Jack Feinberg's going to come in, likely bringing out Hasenkamp. Ray is working on Hasenkamp. Crater slowing down the game, trying to find a good shot. Here's Reyes for 3. No good. Rebound. Malcolm. And he brings it the other way. Coach Greg yelling, attack, 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 because he knows his team needs to do something here. Here's Pippa. Floater. Gets it to go. Malik Pippa with 8 on the night. Malik Pippa, 11 is his career high. He got that against Churchill just last game. The Grizzlies trail by 14 with 4:28 to go. Hasenkamp is guarding Orozco. Now it's Reyes. Reyes by Hyder Readers. Reader guarded by Shibley. And now it's set down to Asher. And he's blocked, and it's bringing the other way by Graham with speed. And they call the blocking foul on Asher as impressive play by Graham with speed to draw the foul on Asher. His first on the night, so it shouldn't be too much of a trouble for him. 4:09 to go. Grizzlies trail by 14. And Feinberg will come in, takes out Hasenkamp. The Grizzlies are finding a way back into this, but is it too little, too late for the Grizzlies with 4:09 remaining and a 14-point deficit to come back from? Asher will come out, and in comes White. Inbound. And a quick pause to wipe the floor, a little bit of moisture on the court. Pippa will be the inbound man for the Grizzlies once we get this worked up. And with 14 points deficit and a 4:09 to go, when you're looking at the Grizzlies, that means they need to get back in the next, every single minute they need to be gaining about 3.5 points per minute. I mean, it's quite a feat if they can pull this off, and we'll see what they do. They have picked up 7 points already back from a 20.1-point deficit after the third quarter. Here's Graham now for the Grizzlies, and it's Feinberg. Feinberg across the court to Malcolm. Malcolm for 3, long 3, no good. Rebound by Feinberg, and they call a foul, and it will be called on Leitert, and the Grizzlies will inbound. 3 fouls so far in the quarter for Crater. The Grizzlies are hoping to get Crater in foul troubles. They'd love to get into the bonus, but they're a little bit far away from that. 3:59 remaining. Grizzlies still under the gun. Pippa will inbound from the baseline. It is Pippa, Shipley, Feinberg, Malcolm, and Graham for the Grizzlies. Pippa, quick inbound to Hasenkamp, now to Graham. Graham to Hasenkamp. Hasenkamp can't get it to go. Close. Up. Reinhardt gets the rebound and he kicks it out. It's brought up by Malams. And with Ryder, the 6'7" height, so key on picking up those defensive rebounds so far in this one. Bringing it the other way, it is Reyes. Now it's sent down low, it's Ryder. And he kicks it up. Impressive outlet pass coming down, and Ryder picks it up. And he has 14 on the night. Impressively, just with great pace so far in this one. 37-53, and the Grizzlies trail by 16. 3:18 remaining. The Grizzlies are trying to come back, and so far have gotten back some this quarter, but they need to be faster. Here's Hasenkamp. Long two. Can't get it to go, but Malcolm with driving it out of the air and gets it to go for 17 on the night. He just won behind the scoring lead held by Asher. The Grizzlies trail by 14. 3 minutes remaining. Maybe is it too little, too late for the Grizzlies? Ball held by Martin. Now it's up high to White. White over to Ryder. Ryder. Now it's over to Reyes. 2:45 remaining. The Grizzlies need to create some defense here because Calvin can basically run out the clock. And send up to Ryder, but good deal on Ryder. Malcolm. And as Ryder goes up, he blocked by Malcolm, but no, they say it's a foul. And as Ryder's on the floor, they're gonna call a foul. Trying to figure out where the foul is going. Ryder seems to grab Malcolm on the leg, perhaps. And they're just calling the foul on Graham. That's the only foul called. And they're saying, and nothing going against the other way. Ashland and Coach Greg do not look happy with that call. 14 the deficit, but 2:33 remaining. That first quarter being down by 16 ended up putting Grizzlies at such a point that they could not come back. Ryder now will shoot. He has 14 so far. Gets the first one. The lead is stretched to 15. 2:33 to go, and it looks like time is just going to run out for the Grizzlies. They began the comeback, but it's just too much to come back from that first quarter deficit. Ryder once again hits the free throw, and it's 16 points for him, and the lead is 16 for the Grizzlies. Excuse me, for the Comets. Now Shibley sent over to Pippa. Pippa to Hasenkamp. Hasenkamp down to Shibley. Shibley for Malcolm. Malcolm tightly guarded, but it's Shipley for the three. No good. Rebound. Picked up by Martin. Now they begin to bring it the other way. Pressure by the Grizzlies, but it's brought by Reyes. And they call a foul as he is nudged by Graham. Grizzlies can't get away with anything, and the Crater fans begin to applaud as they know their team is going to pick up the victory here. 4 on Graham. Coach Greg is going to leave him out there as he looks out, unimpressed with his team's effort in this one. Reyes will shoot. And the first one is good on the front end of the 1-and-1. Reyes extends the lead now to 17. Crater is beginning to pull away, and the timeout is called by Crater with only 2:07 remaining in 17. Likely just going into just worst case scenario stuff, trying to make sure there's no way that the Grizzlies have any chance of getting back in this one. For the Grizzlies, 3-pointers will be key. And the way to go there, Shibley and Hasenkamp seem to be the 3-point shooters, possibly Graham as well. But with a 17-point deficit under 3 minutes, it looks like it will not be enough. The Grizzlies now trailing by 17. They trail by 16 after the first quarter. So close the game was, except for that one. But as Crater led early, they brought it out early, and the Grizzlies had no chance after that one. A bad start for the Grizzlies, and they will likely fall to 3-6 in Midwestern League play and down to 500 overall. Continuing to be protected by Crescent Valley, who's currently the 4 team in the Mid-Willamette Conference, are the Grizzlies. The timeout will end. With only 2:07 remaining, though, and a 17-point deficit with one more free throw remaining. the Grizzlies have almost no chance of coming back. And Coach Greg looked on at his team. He cannot be happy with the effort. The effort early on was just not enough. They could not hit the open shots, and they allowed too many of them. And that first quarter has become the difference for this team. Reyes hits it. He has 12 on the night, and at 18 sits the Crater lead. Shibley has the ball and 2 minutes remaining. Oh! A rough foul coming in from Martin as Hasenkamp goes the ball. At this point, with 2 minutes remaining and 18 points, quite a hard foul coming from Martin. Bibble will inbound. And Shibley has the ball. Lead over to Hasenkamp, now back to Shibley. Shibley puts it up, lobs the ball up for Malcolm. Malcolm hits the pair. Impressive lob from Shibley to give it to Malcolm. Malcolm has 19, he leads all scorers on the night. But once again, it's just not going to be enough for the Grizzlies. They trail, still by 16. Ray is guarded by Malcolm. Sends it over to Ryder. Ryder will go to the bucket. Impressive reverse layup to pick up the pair. And Ryder has 18 on the night. 18 for him, 18 for Asher. Those two both on the floor for Crater and both lead the team. 1:24 remaining. 18 to go. Malcolm picks up the ball, and the foul we call on Crater once again. And when you're looking at this, once again, the early deficit for Ashland after they trailed 21-5, just too much. And then once again, the third quarter, they dropped from getting their sixth. If you look just the second and fourth quarter, we can see the Grizzlies can compete with the Crater team, but they just had too many runs allowed for Crater, and they could not keep in this one. 1:15 remaining now. And Ashland will send out the garbage time players, Edson, Hanson, Fuller, and Kennedy. And the subs will come in for the Grizzlies. 1:08 now the time. 18 points the difference so right now in this one. And the Grizzlies look on as Malcolm and Feinberg, Graham, and Shibley all come out. For Feinberg and Malcolm, their senior season is starting to come to the end, but they are the only two seniors on this entire team. There is a bright future for this Grizzlies squad that has only a pair of seniors rostered and has such great potential in its juniors and sophomores. Another timeout called by Crater with a minute to go. An interesting choice to call a timeout with an 18-point lead and a minute to go. I don't know why you're calling a timeout. I think that's a little lack of class there when you're calling a timeout with a minute left. The game is over, and the game has been won by the Crater Comets. They will move to 6-3 in league play and 13-7 overall. They're ranked 8th over right now in OSA rankings, which means they will likely need a play-in game to go to the playoffs. They will be taking on a Willamette team, and then they will be hoping for a home playoff game to open up the first round of the playoffs, as they do rank 8 so far. As for the Midwestern League, it is led by Springfield first, then Churchill, Crater, Marist, Ashland, Eagle Point, and North Eugene, the current standings. For this one, North Eugene and Eagle Point fighting for last place. Marist and Crater fighting for that in the 3-4 range. Churchill and Springfield trying to take the league title. And somewhere in the middle is Ashland. They've been able to beat the bottom feeders of Eagle Point and North Eugene. They had a win over Crater, but other than that, the Grizzlies have not been able to break through against the upper flight of the Midwestern League in their first year in the league. So now with a minute to go, the loss is inevitable to the Crater Comets for the Ashland Grizzlies. For the Grizzlies, as they look forward into the season, the next few games will bring on after this one Springfield at Springfield on Friday. Then next Wednesday they take on Grants Pass at home, North Eugene that Friday, and they finish off that game at They finish off their regular season at Eagle Point the 24th. Nice win there. Both finishing out with North Eugene and Eagle Point means the Grizzlies will have a chance to pick up some late wins in Midwestern League play. 40 seconds now the time. And as White goes to the floor, he calls the timeout to avoid getting a steal with 35 seconds remaining. At this point, you wonder if he can't just hold on